Hello and welcome to Curriculum Night 2020. I'm sorry that we aren't able to meet in person. However, on the plus side, you all should have at least met me or talked to me at some point in your child's academic career. This is Math 3. A few things about myself. I'm still from Edina, Ohio. I've now taught 7 or 8 years at Community House. It's best not to count. I went to college at Bowling Green. I do all the math clubs. I was a 2019 PAMEST awardee. That was a new thing. That was fun. I'm still sadly a Cleveland Browns fan. I'm not sure why, but I am. I think it's just a hometown thing at this point. Most exciting thing is that I am a dad to a 4 month old. Her name is Zoe. She is fantastic, and as many of you know, have changed my life completely. So I'm living the dream and waking up in the middle of the night, and I'm loving it. So, classroom expectations. The big thing is we are doing weekly homeworks instead of doing one homework a day. We are doing homeworks essentially for the entire week. That means that your child still has nightly work that they can be doing. This is work that they do during asynchronous time. However, it is all going to be collected on that Friday instead of doing it turning it in once every day. It's just easier for grading and putting it in. Um, Big thing, make sure they try the warm up. Sorry. They copy all notes and copy examples. We try to put slides up on the canvas, but the big thing is just taking notes to succeed. Late work is a 0 at first. Once completed, it can go into a maximum of 70%. You know this, but work quickly snowballs, so make sure they're staying on top of things. It's really important to be doing all of that and not just having it Thursday night and trying to do all of it. That's not good. No one's going to succeed that way. Test corrections. All students submit test corrections for every test. That's what we used to do. However, this year we're not doing that because it's just very difficult to do over distance learning. So instead, only test corrections if you have to do them. Um, you can do test corrections to get up to a 79. So that's a big thing. 2 week period, that's still the same. You have 2 weeks getting back from the test to do the retest or corrections. If you're absent, check the Canvas for missing assignments. If you ask, usually I can do a recording and post that up to the Canvas as well. Um, Hopefully, even just being able to throw on Canvas, maybe not your camera or anything like that, would also help. Grading. Grading is 10-point scale. Formal is 70%. Informal is 30%, just like it was last year. Curriculum. This is the exciting thing. The curriculum is going to kind of change. I've already changed it 2 to 3 times so far. And obviously, don't worry, your children are learning all of Math 3, but it's a matter of where I place it / what extra curriculum we're going to put in. So centers and modeling, chords, tangents, and secants, those are both Math 3 standards. Conic sections is a pre-calc standard. Trig graphs is a little bit of both. It's more pre-calc, but you'll see, I think, the basics of it in Math 3. Casing and count work is just for fun. Transformations of functions and absolute values, that is Math 3. Logs and exponential, rational equations, polynomials, those are all Math 3. Parametric and polar is not Math 3, that is pre-calc. And then prob and stats, of course, is also Math 3. So I'm going to kind of sprinkle in some maybe extension topics as we go. However, we will have plenty of time to finish all of Math 3. We do not know what it's going to look like in terms of end of year testing. So I can't tell you if they will have an EOC or what NCFE, whatever they want to call it. But we will definitely have plenty of time to cover all material. As last year, I want to teach your child as much as I can Math 3 and try to get them into some pre-calc / calculus concepts with the time that we have remaining, right? And being aware that we obviously need to adjust the amount of time it takes to teach certain topics, as well as how deep we go into some of them. For example, I think even these first 2 units, I've added an extra day or two to each unit just to make sure everyone was fully ready. As a parent, make sure your child shows you their classwork or homework. The big thing we want to do is use PowerSchool to check grades. Canvas is fine. However, that's where I also have students turn in work a lot of times that might not necessarily even get graded or go into Canvas. PowerSchool will have all of that. And of course, as always, reach out to me with any concerns you have. You always can have my email. You have my email, and I'm decently quick to respond back as soon as possible. Send your child to tutoring. So we do not have one Tuesday. I apologize for the mistype on the slide, but every Thursday, Math 3 has tutoring. Um, from 3:45 to 4:15. Even if your child is not struggling, it's always helpful to just come in and sit through some problems and talk about the math and see where we're at with it. But of course, there's also that time before and after Math 3 class time in general that they are able to talk to me and get help with any problems. This is how you can contact me. The wiki page is kind of a moot point at this point. And at any point, if you want a phone conference, please feel free to reach out and we can do that. Just be aware, obviously, being a new dad and with online learning, we're both going to have to be flexible with each other's time. Wish list is tissues. Also, hand sanitizer / Clorox wipes would be great this year. Hopefully we won't need as many tissues. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is what Canvas will look like for your students. Whenever they are trying to figure out what they need to do, they will go to modules, and this has all the material that they need. We're already past Unit 1. We're working on Unit 2. They have a test tomorrow. Very exciting. So you'll see some things are essentially quote unquote closed out or essentially is past a turn in. If they need that unlocked, they can always reach out to me and get that checked on. Discussions, usually that'll be linked in the module. Grades, they can show up over here. And for home, they can find all of the live session links right here. This is where they can find their link for class, which will stay the same for them, as well as tutoring for me. This is the link for tutoring, that first one right there. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and I will answer them as quickly as possible. Thank you for coming to curriculum night, and I hope you guys stay safe out there.